Shockey.
Why?
Hey, we starting right now. Go ahead, keep going.
Shit. That man was a shit in New Orleans. What the fuck happened?
Man.
So we talk about Miami and Florida, right?
We talking about every college team of the history of college football. 2001 Miami Hurricanes, smoking them.
They smoking everybody. They blowing them out 59-0.
Everybody in the right now?
Anybody.
Nah.
They blowing out that Vince Young team. They blowing out Reggie Bush USC team. They blowing them out all. Even my Auburn Tigers. They blowing out Cam Newton's team. They blowing out everybody.
Who they had again?
Dog. Alright.
What?
Alright, so they have Andre Johnson as a wide receiver. That's a bad motherfucker. They had Willis McGahee at running back. They had Clinton Portis at running back. They had Jeremy Shockey. Yeah, Frank Gore. They had Jeremy Shockey and Kellen Winslow at tight end. They had motherfucking Ed Reed at safety.
Can't forget Sean Taylor was a freshman playing special teams. Whew.
Vince Wilfork at defensive tackle. God damn. They had Jonathan Vilma.
Vilma.
Oh, Vilma.
That's too much firepower.
So y'all saying they could be anybody right now?
Yeah.
You talking about teams right now?
Like,
I mean, yeah, right now. But if you if you put up a team together, let's say you talking about Alabama, you put you have Eddie Lacy, and you had Mark Ingram. Let's say we have Mark Ingram, Eddie Lacy.
No, we talking about years. We talking about years that played together. We talking about. That's why I said 2001 Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
if we talking like
no.
The story.
We talking about the Pacific years. So that 2001 Canes ain't no.
I know a good topic to talk about is who is the best running back for Alabama so far?
To me,
are we talking just college?
Just college.
Man, that's fucking tough though.
My opinion is I don't know, man. Like, I really like Trent Richardson, but I know he was a bust in the NFL, but he was beast.
We talking just college. That man ate in fucking college, homie.
I'm saying
everything.
But Mark Ingram was the man too.
So you saying Mark Ingram?
I don't know, dude. I'm thinking, man.
I ain't no Alabama fan, but I'm good with Derrick Henry because that man was just a whole monster.
Yeah, but we only saw Derrick Henry for like what, year, 2 years?
Okay, yeah. I get that, but I'm just saying for that size to be 6'3", 250 pounds, you can't tackle that man. You can't. He just knocking everybody off their ass.
So, you don't know? You gotta pick one, man.
That's tough.
I think Trent.
Oh, I might have to go Derrick Henry just because how he carried the offense.
Exactly.
What about QB?
Oh. QB, let me see. We have some good QBs.
From what I saw,
some pretty shitty ones, man.
From what I saw, I'll say AJ McCarron.
Yeah, I like to say from what I've seen, this is just what I've seen. Probably AJ.
So AJ, what about you, Martavius?
There's certain friends I have that fucking think Blake Sims was the best quarterback we've had.
Fuck
He
that.
over that one. Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to go with AJ, bro. See, he was the most consistent that y'all had.
You think Auburn 2000 what year was Cam Newton year?
2010.
2010. Auburn could beat last year's Alabama team.
Yeah, probably just because of Cam.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
I mean, you gotta remember.
Yeah.
You gotta remember,
Go ahead,
Cam was this big in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That nigga a monster now.
Hell yeah.
Getting
Now, if
Bojangles everywhere.
If we make them throw, you're gonna have to. And Alabama has a problem with quarterbacks that can run.
Yeah.
And Cam can motherfucking run.
I know y'all saw what's his name? Johnny Football. And they had
Hell yeah, you saw what happened then. But I think that kind of took us by surprise on that one too.
Yeah.
Who do you think?
Let me ask y'all this. For the Alabama fans in here. What was y'all toughest loss through the course of 5 years? Like as an Alabama fan.
Oh fuck.
I think that Auburn loss got me. The 2
Yeah, probably when they returned the kickback. That's not just a tough loss for Alabama fans. That's like one of the toughest losses. Like if you're probably never gonna see a game one like that again.
Hell no, man. You never gonna see a run like that from Auburn again. Like if they ever was like, wow.
Because that's like once in a lifetime type shit.
Cause I was at my friend's house who was like a deep Auburn fan, bro. He was so mad that he thought he lost. I like, bro. Give it a chance. There, they got 1 second. And when I saw him return that, like when I saw kick the ball and I saw what's his name, Davis, caught the ball. I was like, no, he got past the kicker. I was like, oh, it's over with, man. I was like, no.
Well, for one, that was dumb as fuck because you had a kick. You had both kickers who were struggling all game.
I'm saying.
And how far away is that kick? What they like 55, 50 something yards?
50 yards, yeah.
And you're gonna bring the dude who's only kicked 2 kicks, and the longest he's ever kicked was a 4-yard field goal in practice. Come on, man. You knew he wasn't finna have enough leg.
Like I don't know why. Like why Alabama don't recruit like good ass kickers. Like god damn, that's the only thing I have a problem with Alabama when they recruiting. Cause like every year when it's down to a field goal game, this shit was like, it's like damn.
Yeah, we have good punters. We're
good punters,
everywhere.
good everywhere, but a kicker.
I know it.
Like damn. I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be Alabama and Georgia again next year. Like that's for me as a college fan, but you know I want like Florida to make it. But as a college fan, I want like.
I mean, yeah, like you gotta. Like I love college football. You know what I'm saying? Like I like Florida. I lived in Florida, but you gotta understand the way Alabama recruits and coaches. You got it. They're always in the conversation. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard Nick Saban just signed another contract that's.
Oh, Nick Saban's playing through like 2024 or something like that.
25. With what I saw.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that dude. And this dude owns like half Mercedes.
Man.
Smart.
Dude, smart.
You think about it though, I mean, he wasn't that good of a coach in NFL. I mean, he was all right, I suppose, given what he had.
I feel like he couldn't discipline the players like he wanted to when they act up or miss a play and all that. Because in college, they look up to you and shit. But in NFL, exactly. And they like fuck you, man. I can do what I want. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, there's a grown ass man.
Like there's rarely like establishment in the NFL and shit.
I mean, you've seen Nick Saban snap on them fucking dudes on the sidelines.
Hell yeah.
And how they just, you know what I'm saying?
It should be so fucking funny though.
And then you gotta think about it. If they fuck around and knock Nick Saban the fuck out, who the fuck gonna draft them?
Nobody.
Like, I know I could like give a lot of Alabama players, well, not players, but fans shit about Alabama, but I do love their defense, man.
Oh yeah, that defense. Well, defense wins championships, man.
I do love their defense, man. Like that's all I like to watch on not NFL, but like college and shit, because it's always fun to see like teams compete on both sides of the ball. Like that's why I feel like that's why we already got in that argument a long time ago when I said NFL boring to me, because I feel like college players appreciate it more and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. The reason why they appreciate it more is you're a 4-star, 5-star recruit. You're trying to make it to the big leagues.
Exactly.
Trying to get your mama up the projects and trying to get her up in the house, get her a car, because you trying to make somebody yourself.
That's why I said a long time ago when y'all jumped the gun on me, like, damn, calm down. Like when I said
I had a problem with you saying NFL players don't play like they don't play for nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what you said.
I feel like sometimes some players do.
You see what happens to the players that don't take it seriously. I mean, look, prime example, Ryan Leaf.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
Jamarcus Russell.
Didn't take it seriously, and look at him now.
Mm-hmm.
I was just saying from the standpoint of when I don't know, man. Like I feel like as an NFL player, I feel like if you get hurt, don't you get still paid, right? Paid, right? If you still get hurt, right, on that year.
Depends on your contract.
Yeah.
I feel like if you get like sometimes I don't say they hurt themselves intentionally, but I feel like some players like complain about like an injury so they can sit out a couple games and shit. And like
you got this the only thing right here. You got to think about this. Yeah, you playing once, maybe twice a week if you play on Thursdays. Man, they even say it themselves. When you wake up Monday, it feels like you just got in a car wreck.
Exactly, because like you say like the big major schools, y'all are playing on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, that's it. You play like on like in NFL, you might have a damn Monday night football game. Thursday night, Sunday night.
Yeah.
And then you they could all be away games, so you ain't have time to recoup. You get on the flight. Then by the time you get on the flight, it's time to fucking run some practices, and that's it.
Yeah.
I just feel like if NFL like owners will pay their players like NBA do, there'd be more seriousness in the NFL like than right now. Like I know there's seriousness like right now, but I feel like will be like more competitive shit.
I see what
you gotta think about it. You gotta think about it, man. Basketball players do the same shit. I mean, Kawhi Leonard, look at him.
Well, man, you gotta think about
that man totally gave up on that team.
But man, maybe you don't know how that man was feeling about the injury. I mean, maybe he felt like he wasn't ready to play. I mean, we don't know what's going on with him.
I feel like he just wanted off the team, bro.
I felt like he wanted off the team too, but I mean, we don't know how he was feeling about his injury.
This is what I say about Kawhi. This is what I say about Kawhi Leonard. That's cool. I mean, I can see that. I'm not gonna just go ahead and discount everything that man's done for San Antonio, but I don't think he can handle the pressure of being the #1 guy on a team.
I don't know, man. I feel like he handled the situation the wrong way, like by like, oh, I want a new team right now. I want a new team right now. Like, damn, bro.
I don't think,
like you got 1 year, so you could go anywhere you want to. Now you in somewhere you don't really want to be in, but you acting like you want to be in there. Like Toronto.
Saying, like, but I mean, yeah. What did he think was gonna happen? You think San Antonio is just gonna trade you for motherfucking
For nothing?
Lonzo Ball or Kyle Kuzma? No. Hell no.
Like they want a player. Like, I mean, I feel like San Antonio won that trade, honestly.
Well, yeah, because they got DeMar for 3 years.
We have to see, because Kawhi Leonard, you don't even know, man. Kawhi Leonard right now could be saying, "Fuck Toronto, I want to go play in LA." But what if that man just balls the fuck out and he fucks around and signs a 5-year deal for Toronto? You know what I'm saying?
To pull a Paul George.
And that, like, our conversation about like NFL players not taking it seriously. That's why I don't feel like college players should get paid like that. That's my opinion. Cause if you got a free ride, that should give you enough. Like,
not really, man. Cause I got a cousin who plays college ball. I mean, he ain't the big leagues, but I mean, bro, I mean, you really don't get it. Yeah, you mean you do get a full scholarship, but my dude, you gotta have money to go around campus with. You gotta have food. If you got a car, you gotta have gas. I mean, some of those parents, they may not have the money to give to the kids. Give them money. I mean, I think college players should get paid. That's just my opinion.
Like, but that just ruined the thing of being in college, though, man.
I mean, but man, they're putting their lives on the line when they're getting out there on the field on every snap. That goes with college or the NFL.
About to say, yeah.
So what do you do? What do you tell like students who don't get that like treatment when you see your student athlete getting paid this for being like just being on the team?
Oh, I think you should pay other kids like academically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I think if you, let's say, you just say, I don't, you know how people have like the robotics and shit and all that type of stuff. I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool and everything. That's what y'all do. But there's people that do that in college. Yeah. That's bringing some type of, you know, fame and shit to the college. There should be no reason why. Let's say a kid makes all A's through high school, all A's and everything. Like, hey, look, each year you keep these grades up, we're gonna give you a little bit of a bonus, a little bit of walk around money. Because here's what you could say. You know how it's like some people grow up to be scientists or whatever, and like they donate to certain colleges, like if they're alumni.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't why can't they just be like, okay, yeah, cool, do that. They pay you, and then you grow up. You don't grow up. You study your ass off, play hard, and you become a fucking millionaire because you're a damn next level scientist. You discover the cure for cancer. You're fucking loaded in cash, and you're just like, you know what? Let me break off a couple mil for my school. That's it easily. That happens. That doesn't happen. That happens now, and people aren't getting paid in college. You know what I'm saying?
And plus, you also gotta look back to the college thing. I mean, NCAA makes over close to $1 billion a year, bro. And these college kids, they ain't getting nothing, man.
I know, but like at the same time, it should be another way to like benefit more college athletes. I feel like they should get everything that comes with going to college free, like dorm, textbooks, like free meals.
Well, a lot of them don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying they should, other than paying college players money. Because I feel like if you pay college player money, that's like basically what's the point going to the NFL?
Well, I mean, you're probably not gonna get paid fucking $25 million. You know
That's
what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying. I mean, you may get maybe about 5,000-10,000, but I mean,
We're
So
not
y-
we're
so
not we're not
so
trying
y'all
we're not trying to.
so y'all
Go
think
ahead.
y'all think paying college players wouldn't change their whole attitude about like playing? Like you think like you know what I'm saying?
no. I
Okay.
mean,
Here's what you can say about that. You're gonna go from being there- you're gonna go from being a college football star to you're just like, man, all I just want to do is just play this college ball. Fuck the NFL. Let me give up however much money I can get paid from being a number one draft pick. Let me go work for some company and make $18 an hour. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Mm. I don't know, man.
we're not. I'm not talking about like giving them contracts or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But there can be some way, because you think about it. There's college players now that are getting paid under the table.
Oh yeah, that go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all schools.
Yeah.
That's in football and basketball.
Mm.
And then there's sometimes there's gonna be people that say, oh, hey, like Alabama. Oh, Alabama would get all the money. They pay all the players. Not necessarily, because if they get all these players, they're not gonna be able to spend all that much money.
Mm.
There should be like a cap. So let's say Alabama has let's say Alabama has their players now,
Mm.
and let's say they have a 5-star recruit quarterback come in that is finna kill it. But then let's say Derrick Henry was still on the team. Be like, oh well, if we want him, we gotta cut Derrick Henry. We can't have him on the team or give him a pay cut or something. You know what I'm saying? However you want to go about it. What if Derrick Henry goes and says, fuck it. Let's just say he goes to Florida. He goes to Florida Gators.
But I mean, that can't happen now with the new college rule.
Well, I'm just saying. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure they would change other rules. You know what I'm saying?
No.
If players were getting played, you can't be like, okay, if you don't like how this team plays you can't go to this team who wants to offer you $5,000 more. You know what I'm saying?
Like I don't know, man. I feel like as a college player, you should they should change the way how they treat college players and give them more benefits and more all that instead of paying them. Because at the end, because why recruit, bro? Like that's like if you really want a player and they well, you gotta pay me like $10K for me to play, and you don't want to play that. That's messed up recruiting.
No, then you don't recruit that player. That's the end of the recruiting.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't. That's too much NFL shit right there already.
NBA has free agency now, and there's still players recruiting. You know what I'm saying? There's players that fly other players out to just ball out, have dinner, go to the clubs, whatever for a week, and be like, oh man, ain't this fucking nice? Yeah, da 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 da. You know.
Shit, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just me.
Cause there's players that come out like basically if you don't get a full ride scholarship, you're gonna come out of college with debt. And then there's some NFL players. Let's say, like you're a top level talent, but let's say like what's that player's name that smoked weed before the fucking draft? Laramie Tunsil.
Well, yeah, but he was a freshman. The video just got leaked.
Well, but it didn't help his draft stock, did it?
I mean, yeah, he was a top 5 pick, but
he was a top level talent, and let's say he had to pay for dorms, and let's say he had to pay for the food and everything.
Hey, I got another topic after this, so keep going. But I got another topic, a good one.
So, let's say he fell to the third round. You know how like first round picks they get. Let's say you get a 4-year deal for $25 million. you ain't getting all of 25 mil.
No, but I mean, you still getting a lot of money. You get maybe a couple of million, but I mean, you ain't getting no 25.
A couple million. I mean, that's why I don't know. That's why I don't understand players that
you can still pay off that college debt though.
Yeah, but I mean, let's say so say he did that and paid off his debt, but then he gets hurt the next year and has to retire. He's fucked.
Yeah. If he didn't finish, he still got his degree. He always go back.
That's why I want players to stay. And that's why I like players that stay in college. You know what I'm saying? Because there's life after football. Like say you're a player that has to retire at 25 due to concussions, and you didn't finish college.
And that's why, like, what the NBA doing right now, like, they trying to make it where you can just get drafted out of high school now. And I feel like that's the wrong way to do it, bro. Like, let them guys choose to if they want to play. I don't know, man. I don't know.
But I mean, with NBA, I mean, the way it's going now, you're 19 years old when you're getting drafted. That's basically all the top picks. Ain't nobody staying when it's 22, 23. You may get one that'll do that, but most of these top picks, these first rounders, they're 18, 19, 20-year-old kids. They ain't staying because they ain't trying to go to college. They trying to get this money, which I mean, I can't blame them. But I mean, and with NBA, it don't matter if you get hurt or not. NBA, your money is guaranteed, bro. If they cut you, you gonna get your money. This ain't the NFL. I mean, you gonna get all your money.
Let me ask y'all a question. So, if you're a college athlete and like a top prospect, what would you do? Stay 4 years or get drafted after your first year? I'm gonna start with Quando.
It's always a 50-50 type deal, because you could be a top prospect your second year and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna stay to get my degree, and then you turn around, you get injured the next year and your playing career is over. You know what I'm saying?
I'm asking what y'all would do though.
But I'm asking, are we talking about football or basketball?
You would stay
regardless. I'd stay.
We talking about football or basketball? What are we talking about?
Okay, we'll start with football. Would y'all stay or go?
I don't know, man. I mean,
say you're a quarterback. Say you're a quarterback, and you look at all the consequences.
No, I mean, if I'm a quarterback, I'm probably gonna stay. Cause I mean, it depends on how I develop. If I develop quickly on the field, I'll probably leave. Well, I mean, you can't go wrong with either one. But I mean, if I'm 20, if I'm like Sam Darnold, and I'm like a top 5 pick, there ain't no guarantee. I mean, if you stay, ain't no guarantee you're gonna be a top 5 pick next year. Because look at Cardale Jones, the year that they beat out Ohio State when they beat Alabama. This man was a top 10 pick, and look at him.
Shit, I love Cardale Jones.
I know, but I'm just saying. Look what happened. He was a guaranteed first round pick with him and Ezekiel Elliott when they beat Alabama. He was a guaranteed first round pick, and then this man, what did he drop to? The 5th, 6th round pick because he stayed. So I mean, it could work out well if you stay, but then again, it could come back and bite you.
Well, I mean, if you got a good degree, you got a backup plan. Say you try out for a team, but I mean, okay, say you try out, say you
get hurt, bro, like a major injury.
Exactly.
But I'm talking about if I'm pulling a Cardale Jones situation. He didn't get hurt, but his draft stock fell off the charts, bro. I mean, whether he would have been a bust or not, he would have got at least his guaranteed money. He would have got that.
Okay, but what happens when that money runs out?
Ain't no guarantee. If you learn how to spend, if you learn how to invest in yourself, invest in a business, and don't blow your money on designer clothes and buying all these cars and houses. If you know how to manage your money, you'll be fine. And not every player is gonna do that. You got some players that will, but not every player is gonna do that.
What would you do,
Because
Quan?
if I was that, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm gone. What you mean?
That's what I'm saying. I'm with Quan, bro. I'm gone.
Shit, I gotta stay, bro. I gotta have a little security just in case.
I'm saying, you know what I'm saying?
Like, if, let's say if you're gonna be a doctor or something, like, just say like that, like.
You get,
that's good money.
Say you can be a motherfucking brain surgeon, and then you could also be a damn quarterback. Okay, so say God forbid that a college quarterback, he leaves, and then he gets all this money. Let's say he stays 2 years, doesn't even play bad, just gets injured, and he can't keep playing. He has to retire.
Okay, but look, it was a cornerback from Tennessee Titans. Okay, but he retired. Yeah, I mean, your scholarship gonna be there whether you leave early or not, because it was a cornerback regardless. That's what I'm saying, because it was a cornerback from the Titans. I forgot his name, but he retired. He played 4 years. He played.
I know you're talking about too. I think he
went back. Yeah, he went back to school, and now he's a medical doctor. I mean, so it don't matter if you leave early or not.
But what if you ain't have a full ride? What if you ain't have a full ride scholarship?
I mean, it doesn't. As long as you're on an athletic scholarship, whether you leave early or not, it's still gonna be there. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Your scholarship's still gonna be there.
Okay. Well, say a player gets a 30 or whatever $45 million contract. For being a top 10 pick or whatever, however many years that is. And say he gets, let's say let's say he gets, I don't know, 30 mil of that guaranteed. What the fuck's he gonna do? He's gonna buy his mom a new house. He's gonna buy his mom a new car. He's gonna buy himself a new house. He's gonna buy himself a new car.
Okay, but that's money, that's money down the hole. But that's not the whole $30 though. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it ain't like 2 houses and just say 2 cars. What you just said.
Okay, but let me finish what I'm saying. Okay, let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay.
Then you got all your homeboys that hey, break me off a piece of that change, and don't say, oh, I wouldn't do that, because we ain't talking about us having all this money. We're talking about other players. So you go so you break.
What other players gonna do though?
That's what I'm saying. Every player is different. I mean, you gonna have those players
gonna do or not.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and not every player is gonna be like that.
And not every player is gonna leave the fucking draft or leave college and be a first round draft pick and then just ball the fuck out.
But that's not what I'm just saying, if you in a situation like, I'm just bringing it back up, the Cardale Jones situation, what he should have did, he should have left. And now look at him. Whether you turn out to be a bust or not, it doesn't matter, bro. I mean, if you come from nothing, it's different. Like if you were Josh Rosen, that man has money. That man has plenty of money because his dad is a lawyer or a doctor, and his mom is a doctor. And his dad is a lawyer, I think. So you'll be fine. If I'm Josh Rosen, you stay at college, man. You ain't got to worry about money. But if you a guy that's, I mean, I'm just using you're a middle linebacker. Like Matt Wilson from Alabama. I don't know if he's going to be a first. I'm just using him for example. He come from Montgomery, down in the projects, in the hood. I mean, ain't no guarantee he can be hot for 3 games. He may be a bust in the NFL. I mean, I hope he does well, but he may not. And just if he pulled the Cardale Jones and then decides to stay, and then you get drafted in the 5th or 6th round the next year, you just lost all that money, all that guaranteed money. You just lost, and you probably won't never see that again.
Or you could earn your money by playing good. There's no way of saying, yeah, I mean, okay, listen, but Cardale Jones, let's say he's a bust right now. What if next 3 years he balls the fuck out? Let's say he fucking wins MVP. It's a long shot, but it can happen.
But yeah, it's a long shot, but yeah, the man's playing behind Phillip Rivers. But I mean, okay, I'll give you another example. Tim Tebow. I hate to bring this up, Casey. But this man, he tried, and I mean, yeah, he won a playoff game. I ain't talking about his rookie season. It was okay. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. I mean, he tried. The man, he couldn't make it as an NFL quarterback. Some of them try. I mean, some of them just have the talent, like a Ryan Lee, and just didn't care. But you got other players out there who just can't compete at that NFL level. They're great in college, but they can't compete at that level.
Since you mentioned
110%.
Since you mentioned Tebow, I feel like if
I'm not trying to throw shade.
I know, but I'm saying as an example, not really an example, but if Peyton Manning didn't needed a team, Tebow would have stayed there. I'm not saying that right now until now. I'm saying like if Peyton Manning didn't come out of nowhere wanting a team, they wouldn't have got rid of Tebow.
Okay, that is true. He probably would still be with them. I mean, but he wouldn't be with Denver now. I mean, he maybe have finished out his rookie deal with Denver, but that'd have been it. I mean, I ain't trying to throw shade on him out, but he just couldn't make it. He tried, he just couldn't do it.
I just can't see how a rookie like Tim Tebow did that. Like he did okay for his good year. He like his the first year and brought Denver to a playoff and won a playoff game. Now he's like shunned from the NFL and shit.
Well, bro,
I wouldn't say he's shunned.
Not shunned.
He had spots on other teams.
Oh no, but he of course he's not going to start over Tom Brady or.
He was with the Patriots.
He was with the Jets.
Okay, but you had a coach that loved Mark Sanchez so much.
Okay, but I brought up the Patriots too. Bill Belichick.
So what?
Okay, who's gonna start Tim Tebow over Tom Brady?
But bro, I mean, any
what if he would have balled out?
Look good.
Let's not act like Belichick didn't want to start Garoppolo over Tom Brady.
Exactly. And don't remember,
if you ball
11-5 with Matt Castle.
I like Tim Tebow, but
yeah.
Let's say he would have balled out. Let's say he would have balled out for Denver, and then they were like, "Look, you're gonna have to take a back seat to Peyton Manning." Okay, he would have had however many years Peyton would have kept on playing to learn under Peyton Manning. You telling me right now that if Tim Tebow was balling out, was being a good backup, and let's just say Peyton Manning's last year when they had what's his name, the big tall motherfucker that finessed Denver out of all that money. What was that dude's name?
Who?
The big tall motherfucker, big tall white dude.
Brock Osweiler. Yeah,
they fucking started Brock Osweiler over Peyton Manning. You don't think Tim Tebow could have stayed and started over Peyton Manning that year?
But Peyton Manning had all the hype coming in though. Not
after the first game.
Yeah. That man was coming off a neck injury too.
But he balled out when he came there though.
And let's say, okay, I'm talking about the last year.
Oh yeah.
There wasn't a game Peyton Manning's last year that he balled out.
Nah.
I mean, let's say Tebow would have went to the New York Jets, and he would have just balled the fuck out. He would have got started over Mark Sanchez.
I don't think, but I don't know, cause I think Rex Ryan had like a thing for Mark Sanchez for real. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I mean,
you don't think
a little bit. Then
you don't think that we got a kid here in Tim Tebow who potentially lead it.
Let me ask y'all this: like, what was Tim Tebow main problem? He couldn't throw.
He couldn't throw in the NFL.
He wasn't accurate. It starts with his throwing mechanics. Like they had a whole thing on his draft about his throwing mechanics.
Yeah.
He took too long. He took too long to throw. Is one problem he had. And and he got Denver that playoff. I'm not discrediting that playoff win. You know what I'm saying? That he led good drives, and he's just a God-given athlete. That's why he's trying to play in the MLB right now at his age.
Yeah, I just feel like people forget about his rookie season, and like I don't know. After his rookie season, after Peyton Manning came to Denver, I heard nothing from like Tim Tebow starting at anywhere after that. But the man came off a good season, giving Denver. Wasn't that Denver first playoff win since forever? Or no, never mind. No. I forgot they won like. No. I forgot. But I feel like people forget about that year, man, and like I don't know.
And then people forget about the year Peyton Manning had, like, not forget about it. But then let's say you saw what happened when Peyton Manning came back. He won the motherfucking MVP.
Exactly.
Now, why don't you have Tim Tebow play under Peyton Manning? That's what I don't get. They could have had Peyton Manning. They had Tim Tebow playing under Peyton Manning, and they would have been set. Now look at them. They're still trying to find a good quarterback.
Exactly, and like I don't know. I feel like teams gave up on Tim Tebow too early. Like Denver. Like I ain't talking about the Patriots because I feel like they already had like a good backup and a good backup after that. I'm just saying like I felt like Denver gave up on him too early, and yeah, and that's how he got his bad name of being like the worst quarterback. Not worst quarterback, but like I don't know.
Oh, he wasn't the worst quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah. I think he could. I think if he would have stuck with it, let's say he bounced out to tight end for a year, and had Mark Sanchez had that awful fucking season, and then let's say okay Tim, we're gonna give you some reps at tight end and quarterback, and let's just say this man had a good ass training camp. He could have started over Mark Sanchez. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think about it. Rex Ryan was damn near to get fucking fired after the whole butt fumble type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's people still wondering why Rex Ryan had a job.
Yeah.
He would have gone with fucking anybody over Mark Sanchez. Not anybody that was logical over Mark Sanchez.
Yeah.
I mean, you see who he turned to after that, Geno Smith.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like he was, be like, hey Mark, we're gonna give you one more season. Da 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 da. Mark Sanchez really, when Tim Tebow came over, he was their best option, and that's, Yeah. He was their best option. Now I'm not saying he was a good option. He was the best New York had. But Tim Tebow could have just stuck with it, played tight end for a season, like they wanted him to play at tight end or fullback or running back, whatever it was. And let's say he comes back the next training camp and blows the fuck out.
Yeah.
He'd still be playing in the NFL. I mean, he went to Philadelphia, so I'm like, I wish well for him. His last season was in fucking Philadelphia.
Yeah, I wish well for him too, bro. I'm like, come on.
I didn't like Florida, but not Peyton. I keep wanting to say fucking Peyton Manning. Tim Tebow. Man, it's just a guy. Man's just a God-given athlete. That's why he's fucking not playing baseball, but trying to get an MLB contract. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, he's injured right now, I believe.
But yeah, man. I mean, I wish well for him too, and I ain't trying. I'm just saying the reason why he got this opportunity with baseball is just because he's Tim Tebow. If that had been anybody else, I don't think they would have got that same treatment. But I mean, that's good. I hope it does well. But I'm just saying that's the only reason why he.
So I don't know. You don't know that he's a good athlete. Johnny Manziel got drafted in the MLB.
Okay, yeah, but I understand that. But I mean, the man had played base. He just up and decided not too long ago he wanted to play baseball, and it's been what? He was 28 at the time. It's been what? 10, 11 years since you played baseball.
Hey,
and all of a sudden, now you
Martavis.
just want
his first at bat was a home run. Come on, man.
Okay, I mean,
Martavis.
I'm just saying, bro.
You know the Texas A&M quarterback Tyler Murphy?
You talking about Kyle Murray?
Kyle Murray. Yeah, Kyle Murray.
Yeah.
He just got drafted like 9th in the MLB, and he's about to get paid like crazy. Like that's for that's one of the example I'm trying to give.
I get that. I get what you're saying, bro. But how old is Cal Murray now? What, 20, 21?
Yeah,
Something like that. I mean, what? The last time he played baseball, what, 2-3 years ago? Over 10, 11 years ago, man. I mean, come on. That's a big difference. I can see that.
I mean, I see what you're saying. Him being Tim Tebow helped
I'm saying.
Helped him got a tryout at least.
That's all I'm saying.
He's just a good athlete who has power to hit the ball.
Oh yeah, I ain't trying to say that, but I'm just saying if that had been anybody else, I don't think they would have got that shine. I mean, don't get me wrong. During his first tryout, bro, he had every scout there in the Major League Baseball. If that had been anybody, I'm just talking about anybody. I don't think not a single scout would have showed up. To be honest with you, I don't think so. That's just I mean, you got every scout from every team in the major leagues to show up and watch you just for a trial?
Yeah.
Come on. That's all. I mean, I wish him the best. I hope it works out. All I'm just saying is, yeah, he got it trial because he's Tim Tebow. And if that had been anybody else, no. I don't think a single scout would have showed up for anybody else. That's all I'm saying.
What about Johnny Manziel?
Man, I don't know. We talking about college Johnny Manziel? Because I mean, you not too far removed from the game of baseball. If we talking about now Johnny Manziel, then yeah, I'll put him in that same boat as Tim Tebow. I know Johnny Manziel was drafted, but I mean,
I knew Manziel. I have high hopes of him going in the NFL, but I kind of in my mind knew that he wouldn't make it. Like, I mean, I'm not saying his career in the NFL is over. I'm just saying, like, right now, like,
I mean, I hope Johnny gets back on track, bro. But I mean, it ain't looking too good for him.
No,
because I mean, how you gonna get traded up in the Canadian League, bro?
The Canadian League operates just like the NFL, man. They get traded.
I'm not saying that looks bad. I mean, if you're an NFL scout or whatever you are, and you looking for talent, and you looking like, man, this man Johnny Manziel got traded up in Canada. I mean, I'm looking at it from the upper management part. I mean, to me, I mean, I hope he does well, but I'll be like, man, well, I'm gonna cross that off then. That ain't a good sign for me.
So y'all think Lamar Jackson's gonna be good this year?
Better than Joe Flacco.
Yeah. I mean, if he starts, I think he'll do good. I really do. Because I mean, if they run that offense that they ran at Louisville, who's gonna stop him?
I think you start him over Joe Flacco just because of what he can do.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna go ahead. I'm sorry to
they got a good O-line?
Ravens fans. I'm sorry to any Ravens fans out there that might be listening, but Joe Flacco's not elite.
Nah, I never thought that.
He's shown flashes of how he could be elite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He has the talent.
I mean, he won NFL MVP. He won not NFL, the Super Bowl MVP.
And that's the prime example about people like what I said about people in the NFL, like who's all about the money. Like doesn't like Joe Flacco think he's like all that and he deserves to pay more and shit?
No, not really. Joe Flacco kind of seems happy what he can get.
No, I thought a long time ago he was trying to ask for an outrageous amount of money.
No, I mean after he had the Super Bowl MVP, he got paid.
Yeah,
but that's
Other than that, yeah.
I mean Joe Flacco could get a good contract if he was the best quarterback on the market. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, I'm gonna tell you another place where Joe Flacco could go and they could win another Super Bowl. Denver. You ain't gotta go do too much. You just Do what you normally do. And there you go.
Yeah. I mean, Denver just got. Well, I don't know. I have to see what their cornerback situation's like now. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, because not to
they're
leave
missing
is
a key to
gone.
leave.
Yeah.
But Chris Harris. I think Chris Harris was always the better corner.
But
Of
is Bradley
that group.
Roby still there?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Let me see. Bradley Roby. Yeah, he's still playing with them.
They'll be all right. I
Yeah,
mean, they
Denver.
still gonna need a nickel corner, but they'll
I'm
be all
saying,
right.
yeah.
Yes.
But to keep, I
All
like to
right,
keep
we
the
got
lead
10
because
minutes.
he was a big body corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Tyrod Taylor. I think that good season he had with Buffalo, the best season he's had with Buffalo, he would have started over Joe Flacco. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
And
yeah,
he
yeah,
was Joe Flacco's backup.
yeah.
There's certain players that, yeah, you got Joe Flacco, but he's not. He's decent
Mm-hmm.
with. He's older now, and you gotta say, oh, you got Lamar Jackson, who, yeah, he's smaller, he's unproven, but you've seen how this fucking man runs.
Yeah. And
He
don't
could.
forget, he
He's like Michael
he got
Vick.
the throwing. Yeah, he has the throwing power too. Throwing power ain't that bad.
I'm saying, like, what? I think if Joe Flacco starts and Lamar Jackson does well in camp, I don't give Joe Flacco 5 games before Lamar Jackson starts.
Of course, because if they're like 0-2, 0-3, them fans gonna start chanting Lamar Jackson. Watch.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, what was their record when they won the Super Bowl? The Ravens. Didn't they come in as a wild card?
I don't know.
Let me ask y'all this: what rookie quarterback right now that just got drafted, who you would pick to win a game-winning drive right now?
Oh.
I say Baker Mayfield.
I'd say Baker. Baker maybe, just because he's done it before. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's led good drives,
Mm-hmm.
and I might pick Lamar Jackson just because his playmaking ability.
I gotta say
I don't
Baker.
know, man. That's tough. That's tough.
What about you, Quan? All right.
Man, that's tough though. I don't know, man. I may go wild, or I may end up picking Josh Rosen, bro, just because of his throwing ability.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Mm.
I'd say based off what we saw in college, I'd say Baker. I mean, really, the only knock against Baker Mayfield is his size.
Yeah.
If he was 6'3", 6'4",
Oh, he'd be elite.
Not really. He would have. There would have been no question he was going to be the #1 pick in the draft.
Yeah.
So y'all think Baker? Damn, I can't say his name. Baker Mayfield size is the only damn factor he have.
Well, I mean, he's got his attitude, but that's.
I like his
Yeah.
attitude.
If he's winning games, who gives a fuck about his attitude?
I feel like he's the better Johnny Manziel. I mean, I'm sorry to put them together like that, but I feel like he's the better Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go back to the Super Bowl season Joe Flacco had.
Mm-hmm.
This man had 3,800 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. That's not quite elite.
Yeah.
And for that season, he had, what was his quarterback rating? What was it at? 87.7. His overall rating right now, on average, they're giving him a 82? No, man.
Mm.
I think he had a better season in 2010. He didn't have as many yards, but his rating was a 93.6.
Do y'all
I don't
think?
know.
Do y'all think if Michael Vick didn't get arrested, he'll be still playing for the Falcons today? Not today.
Probably, I don't know.
Not today, but like before he retired.
Do I think? Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, of course. He was a phenom.
Yeah.
But
Y'all-
eventually,
would y'all think he would have won a championship?
Ugh.
it depends on how.
Yeah.
Because you gotta throw in a bunch of different factors. Like, let's say Julio's coming out, and Mike Vick wants all this fucking money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you gotta have, because you know, in every sport, it's not a one-man sport. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like yeah, you could throw Michael Vick in there. He might have won a championship, but he could have easily won no championships. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then again, what if their coach gets fired and they come in and they have a new scheme, and he don't fit the scheme?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who do you think
Well,
is like the most underrated quarterback that's going to surprise people?
Like,
That's
Surprise people this year.
like a rookie or a veteran.
It's like any quarterback that's going to start this year.
I always think Philip Rivers is probably the most underrated quarterback, or Matt
Yeah.
Stafford. But then
Yeah.
again, Matt Stafford, you know, he don't have, his numbers don't always jump out at you, but he wins games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, Kirk. I think Kirk Cousins are gonna do good, and
We got 3 minutes.
To be
think
honest, I
Kirk-
think, yeah, Kirk Cousins. And to be honest, man, I'm throw Case Keenum because he shot me last year.
he might, but he also might be like, oh, that was a little flash. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, you got to think of it. He threw in college. I'm just saying, college.
Where
Yeah,
did
he
Teddy
had
Bridgewater went to? Jets? Teddy Bridgewater? Bridgewater?
I think, yeah, he's with the Jets. I don't want to say it, but I don't think he'll ever be the same.
Hell no, I don't think so either.
Which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
I'm looking, maybe Derek Carr might do something, because he's iffy. So this might be one of his own seasons.
No, I don't think so. It's because of John Gruden, man. I mean, this man been out what? He's been out over 10 years. I mean, that stuff that you was doing, in 2002 in Tampa, that ain't gonna work now. I don't think so.
He's a good analyst.
I mean, you could be a good analyst, but when you ain't on that football field, I understand. Yeah, he had the good thing going for ESPN, but you
He had all that time to look at
sidelines.
all these teams. He had all this time to look at all these teams.
That's
And
great
what-
and
but
all.
what-
That's
Okay.
it's
We got 1
different if
minute.
You ain't on the sideline.
1 minute.
But one thing I don't like about Gruden right now, he hasn't talked to Khalil Mack since he was put on the team.
See,
So I'm not talking about Gruden. I'm talking about like quarterbacks like Derek Carr.
Yeah,
I mean, Derek Carr balled out before he broke his leg. What, 2 seasons ago?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And he's got a good offensive line.
So,
I'm
Casey,
going
how much
with-
time? Go ahead.
My sleeper pick, I'm gonna go Kirk Cousins, Minnesota Vikings.
Good pick.
I'll say. I feel like. I don't know. I feel like.
I mean, my pick's kind of safe. My pick's kind of safe, but fuck it.
Well, that's all the time we have, guys.
Peace
Nope.
out.
No
brothers.
cap. No cap.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Hell yeah.
On behalf of me and Quan, hope everybody